Shake my slow down.
I was serious about this bootlegging business. I was serious.
Oh my God.
How much trouble do you think we're in with Paul Azaceta, who is our guest tonight, by the way? He'll be on in like 15 minutes.
Well, he's right there. What are you talking about?
Paul and Dan Panosian, our brothers, how upset are they? Probably not that upset.
No, they're not upset because here's the thing. Dan being the big, tough, like burly fighter guy, and Paul being the like thinner, more nimble fighter guy, because they both do UFC or what is it, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh shit!
I always tell Dan Paul would take him, and Paul would take you, Dan.
Oh, so, okay, yeah.
And Dan doesn't like when I say that.
Okay, great. Now Paul's gonna like put me in a headlock when he sees me next time in New York.
I noticed as soon as jiu-jitsu got mentioned, that picture went down pretty quickly.
Yeah, totally. I'm like, oh, let's ignore that. Let's ignore that gag.
Yeah, Paul's one dude I would never mess with.
Rough crowd.
But thankfully, he's the nicest person on earth, so we're good.
Yes. Guys, holy shit. This is Inkpulp Live, the December edition Punisher theme show. Punish Sean is here, Jazzy Jamie Wood, and myself. We're rocking and rolling. Happy holidays. Sean, how the hell are you?
I'm good. You know, I have a confession, Jim.
Oh, shit.
I took a low dose edible a little while ago. And
I know.
I'm stoned. So I'm just rocked right now.
How does that make the show any different than any other live stream we've done?
Because I'm admitting it on camera.
I thought you were going to say something serious like, I have food poisoning and I can't do the show or something.
See, that's Stone Sean right there,
dude. Edible? What? You need to tell me something serious next time to get me paranoid or upset.
It was a joke. It was in my stoned mind, it sounded like a really good joke.
No, West Coast Dave, our homie, is here. Sean is usually always high. That's why I'm not surprised. I'm like, what? Okay.
You know what? Since I'm always high on the show, I don't remember that I was high last time on the show. So every time's the first time, Jim.
Right. Jazzy Jamie, what's going on with you and the family and preparing for Christmas? Are you okay? Are you stressed out? Give us an update.
I'm getting stressed, Jim. I'm getting stressed. It's the 19th and I haven't bought a single present. The kids covered.
Oh shit!
My kids covered.
All right. Look. Yeah, your kid's covered. You got a newborn-ish. You got a good outfit.
She's only 2.5, Sean. Only 2.5.
A baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, I'm high, Jamie. Newborn. I went too far. A baby. When they're little, you know, as long as they're taken care of, you're good.
Yeah.
True.
All my siblings that have children are like, as long as the kids are taken care of, you're good. That's all that matters. You know.
Adults can deal with the disappointment. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jamie, I have to send you the link for the pencils right now. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Oh yeah, ink along to Sean's Punisher pencils, you guys. And go to West Coast Dave Enger's sale tonight. There we go. Oh, Dave, I've been enjoying your Japan videos, man. Really,
that video was really awesome. Good stuff. I've seen that video, the Japan video. That was sick.
Him and Sean, Japan Book Hunter, have been kind of like trading off posting videos on YouTube. It's all cool stuff.
Very cool. I need to check out the other side.
Yes, Sean. While you're doing that, can I show some stuff real quick?
Yeah, go for it. I'm Jamie. I'm sending the link. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay, Jamie. Can we start with the G Money, the Godzilla?
Let's do it,
guys. Godzilla new variant cover in stores today for my buddy Tom Scioli's fantastic new series, Godzilla's Monsterpiece Theater, published by IDW. Go ahead and grab a copy of this bad boy. Speaking of variants, we can go to the next one. This is Goobers issue 3, published by Vault. This will be out January 22nd. Cool new bizarre horror title, Alien Invasion book.
Jim, you're killing these covers. You are just killing
Thanks,
them.
buddy. I'm having a
you are
blast.
fucking dope. Yeah, that skull,
Looks
like
so
I've
good.
said, is one of my favorite skulls ever.
Thanks, buddy. I hope it shows. I'm having fun. I'm just
Oh, it always shows. Yeah.
getting weird. And then Ultimate X-Men issue 12 for my homegirl Peach Momoko.
Nice. Dude,
This
that
is
came out
out.
great.
Thank you. This is out February 26th from a new publisher called Marvel. Marvel Comics is doing X-Men, Sean, I think it's called. X-Men.
Dude, yeah, it's a strange sounding book, but the cover looks cool.
Yeah. And I'm trading Peach this original art for something new she's doing for me, which I will be announcing on this show in the future. But we got some shit cooking. We got some stuff cooking.
Of course you do. You're the king hustle man.
And then can we show what was the other stuff?
We've got some fan art to show.
Yes.
Oh shit.
The Arachnid Enforcer from my homegirl Kiki.comics on Instagram, QUI.comics. Her stuff is super fresh. She's always doing really cool stuff. I haven't met her. We're just friends online, and
okay.
She's great. And then Sean,
Yeah.
check out this next one.
Yeah.
Raz Baby from Atlanta.
Dude, Raz,
cool.
yeah. Dude, I love that you're getting fan art for a book you just announced. This is incredible.
Yes. Raz City #1 on Instagram, you guys. So fun stuff. I love it. Please keep it coming. And and then Sean, can we announce Planet Con?
Yeah, let's do it.
As well. Let me I want to be professional about this. Let me get this information.
So Jim's hometown show,
yes,
as is true of a lot of professional creators, because where you live is chock full of awesome comics people.
Yeah.
They have a show called Planet Comic Con, and I've been hearing for years how awesome this show was. I was always told it was like Heroes Con, which is one of my favorite shows. And I'm finally going this year. Jim's there, which is helping pull me towards it. And I'll be a guest at Planet Comic Con.
There's Sean's beautiful promo.
Yes.
Look at that Spawn cover. So, yeah, man, like Sean said, I mean, both of us, Planet Con, Kansas City, March 21st to the 23rd. I did the show last year. I hadn't been there in years, and it was fantastic. And the promoters and organizers treat the guests really well. Like, we're like rock stars there, dude. The artist alley's really good. And I have to go out of my way to compliment the green room meal lunch situation, Sean.
Oh, really?
You'll be very happy with. Yeah.
Because that rarely happens where you get a green room that you're like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah. No, they actually care you don't just get a stale granola bar. Like they had straight up like barbecue, like fresh barbecue.
Oh, dude, I'm excited.
In the green room, and I was sitting with Mark Wade and a couple other people, and we were like, how are we going to go back to the show after this?
Right,
like, we can just sit here, eat and drink, and like I think there's dessert and but anyway,
sounds amazing.
PlanetCon's awesome, and I'm excited to be there this year with Sean Crystal, Inkpulp, live in the house.
I'm very excited, and we're gonna do probably an Inkpulp live from Jim's apartment again the Wednesday before the con. So we'll be celebrating Planet Comic Con all week
from the glorious loft space. Oh shit, we got a super chat. I was told there'd be comics. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Sean, are you doing?
Oh, whoa. That's a good question. All right, here's the thing. No one's called dibs. I'm actually taking my test for my license a week from tomorrow. But the thing is that license is only for Georgia. So if I'm to go and tattoo somewhere else, I have to get a temporary license, and take tests and do all that shit. I don't know how I'm handling any of this yet. But if
Okay.
you send me an email, because I would love to just do like take a Sunday at every con and just have a tattoo lined up and kind of do it on the down low behind a banner or something. Because the con owner, it's really pretty illegal to do that.
Yeah, because I mean,
there's what
there's sanitary issues. There's like blood and fluids.
Yeah, I don't know how to. Yeah, I don't know how to handle all this yet. Is what I'm saying. When I've done tattoo conventions, like they have to like cover the floor. They have like a local like state health inspector come and make sure like everything that needs to be covered is covered, and everyone has their disposable sharps containers and all that shit. So if I do it, it's a bit risky. I'm not
Right.
saying I'm not going to do it, but I got to figure out. Because there is a way to do it properly. I could probably just talk to the con people and see if they're cool with it, which 90% of them won't be. And the ones that are, I'll be like, what do we got to do to get a temporary thing for the weekend? And
yeah,
all that. So I don't know if they'll come out for just one person. I don't know how it's going to work. That's all I'm saying. But there are some Comic Cons that have a tattoo section. I've seen a few in my day.
I've seen that.
So if I do one there, then it's highly likely I'll be tattooing.
Yes, I'm anxious to see that, dude. I'm curious to see how that goes down.
Yeah, dude. I honestly I'm a little nervous for my comic friends to watch me, just because it's a foreign instrument, man. It's like working in skin with a needle it's a whole nother. It's like picking up a brush. Yeah. It's like when I picked up a brush for the first time. That's what I can equate it to. That like this is at first it feels like a very odd and foreign thing to use, but the brush is like it's like the most natural thing for me to work with now. So
yeah,
it just takes time. But yeah, I feel like a novice.
We'll see what's up, dude. Do you have something to pimp, and then we'll bring in?
I do.
We'll bring in Paul.
So, Lauren Marshall, who's a fan of the show, I saw she was having an art sale. She's a really, really talented artist. She did a pinup for Jim, of Savage Street Vigilante. That was incredible, and
so good.
Her art is priced to move. Like it's like that piece is that original is for sale. Go back, Jamie. That Spider-Punk piece, I believe that original is for sale, on sale too, at like a really good price. So, let's, yeah, she's dope. Like
she's badass.
Yeah, she's badass. So let's get some stuff there.
Show her love. Gingerbread House Studio, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that. 7th Street Vigilante inspired me to finally do my own indie vigilante comic based on Punisher called Punish.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Dude, I can't wait to see that.
I am excited for this.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay. So Ginger Bear, let us know when that's happening and we'll hype it and show stuff on the show about it. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that sounds great. West Coast Dave, if you want to get an OAX commission, I only have 5 slots, and you gotta go to the OAX website and claim a slot like before they're gone. If you want one, I'm not expecting you to get one. You just said you're going to get one, and those are the only commissions I'll be doing. So just a heads up.
Dude, these prices are super reasonable.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Holy shit! What she's
like that spider
under
500.
Yeah, she's Australian dollars as well.
So, that's Australian dollars. Okay. So what does that translate to US dollars? I wonder.
Let me check real quick.
She's underpricing her stuff. You got to raise those prices, Lauren.
That's 310 USD.
Oh my god, that's so cheap, guys.
Damn.
Oh my god. And she will ship from Australia, she said. Ginger Bear Studios, the Ginger Bear House Studios said they will send some art for the next show. We would love to see it, and we will put it up on the show definitely.
Oh, perfect.
For Punish, for Frank Barrister. Is Frank Barrister a barista?
Oh, we also got Steve Coffin in the chat. What's up, Steve? And Daniel Goodwin. Daniel, I started that piece for you today, back cover piece that
oh, hell yeah.
Daniel has sent us comics in the past that we've shown off on the show.
Daniel, wow.
Yeah. So good shit, man. Good shit. I'm gonna switch over.
Your mic just switched, dude. I think your earbuds are your mic now. Didn't it sound?
Speak, Jim.
Check 1 2. Check.
No,
1
you're
2.
fine. You're fine.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, all right.
Is that edible, Sean? Yes.
Oh my god! Yeah, he's
warning.
He's tripping, bro. He's tripping.
Your mic's going crazy.
I'm glad, dude. I'm glad my camera situation got fixed. I was freaking the fuck out. I was like, if my computer is just not going to handle this show anymore, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then I quickly made a plan how I just need to buy a light and a new camera stand and move everything over to my main computer, which is not ideal, but I would make it work. Anyways, I'm glad it works.
Paul, should I customize this tonight, and then you can give it to a friend or loved one?
Oh my, dude, this is a great like deep cut for Inkpulp at a con. Like Jim signed some as if Paul made them, and then people can ask Paul for them.
Yes, incredible idea.
I love how we're making plans for Paul.
Dude, look at that, by the way. 1974 creepy magazine.
Where did you get this?
I found this. I was in St. Louis over Thanksgiving weekend and went to this little one-day convention, and I just found this when I was digging. But
is that a Toth cover?
This cover, no, it's San Julian.
Oh,
who, dude, there's comments about him in the letters page of this issue. This is very nerdy, but people were comparing him to sort of like the next Frazetta.
Oh my god,
at the time.
That is incredible.
But this is 1974, and also, man, there's a full color painted Richard
Corbin?
Santa Slayer story inside this, which is the reason I picked it up.
Oh man,
but it's crazy.
Oh,
you got to have your Corbin.
Dude. Yeah, you gotta have. You've got those beautiful Corbin collections.
Yeah, those crazy new Dark Horse hardcovers. But yeah, I mean, I was buying this for the cover alone, and then I cracked it open and was like, "Holy shit, we got some Corbin happening too."
Also, I don't need to show it, but I do want to give a shout out to the Foo Action people because I got the book and it is a thing of gloriness.
It's beautiful. Yeah,
it's incredible. I told Jim a theory I had. I'm curious. He's going to come back to me with that.
Oh, what was the theory? Wait, we'll discuss that off.
Yeah, we'll talk about it off camera.
Yeah. Let's get Paul in here.
Oh yeah, let's get working. What am I doing?
Hey,
welcome.
What up?
What up, Paul?
Buddy, how you doing?
What's going on?
Welcome to Inkpulp Live.
Can I just start by saying that I'm very much enjoying the fact that you're going to create this problem for me at conventions now, where people are going to come up to a headshot.
Oh my god!
Be like, Sean was high and said some dumbass shit.
I know.
Which I don't even know where that came from either, or it's like just random shot of me.
This photo?
Yeah.
This was just Google, man. I just Googled your name.
That's what I mean, though. Like, I don't even know what I should Google myself more often. See what I don't know. I don't know what's out there.
It's your Google Photos, dude. You've got various hairstyles throughout the year. That there's long.
That
there's like,
I usually get.
This is like respectable, clean cut Paul in this shot.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for being a good sport and not attacking me.
Thank you, Paul.
Quite all right.
What do you?
So tonight's theme, guys? We should talk about it. But go ahead.
Yes, I was just going to ask Paul what.
Sorry. We got a $4.99 super chat there from Chase Tokutaru, saying happy holidays and aloha from Maui. Penciling another page from my graphic novel while listening in. Achieving the dream one panel at a time. Hi, Paul.
Chase, thank you so much. And it was great meeting you in Maui. Your work is incredible. You guys, we'll have to get Chase to send some stuff to us to hype up on the show. He's amazing. So,
you know, what I love about Jim is he's a authentic human, like very sincere in what he says. So I know when he says that, it's really good.
It's legit, dude.
Yeah.
I met some artists in Maui, some locals that I was like, oh, holy shit. Maui has its own legit art and comic scene. Like this is serious stuff, you know. Really great, really inspiring.
I want to get to Maui. How do you get to Maui?
Yeah, I know. We all want to get to Maui.
Yeah, man. I just harassed this dude, really great guy. Alika Seki owns the only comic shop in Maui. It's just Maui. Mm-hmm. It's a little comic shop inside of a record store, but he started this Maui Comic Con like 8 or 9 years ago, and it's a small show, and he only brings maybe like 10 guests per year.
Wow.
But I met him and became aware of him through the cartoonist kayfabe guys. So he was friends with Ed Piskor and Jim Rugg, and I kind of just weaseled my way into this year's convention. And I just asked him if I could come out, and he said, I actually have a space. So yes, let's get you out. So I don't know, man, it never hurts to ask. I'm a shameless self-promoter anyway. So I just ask people and they'll either say yes or no. So it doesn't hurt.
Start asking random people to send me places. I think it'll work.
Yes. Yes.
Dude, you should. You never know.
Dude, you're a big deal. You've worked on all these huge characters. We're drawing the Punisher tonight. You've worked on Punisher. You got your new book with Rick Remender coming out called The Seasons that I'm super stoked about.
Yeah.
And Paul, I didn't tell you, I don't know if I told you in New York, but a buddy of mine here in Kansas City lent me the entire Jason Aaron run of the Punisher stuff you guys did. That book is incredible, dude. It's so good. It's it's so over the top and like I was surprised at how brutally violent it was, and it was glorious.
Yeah.
It was super, super badass, man.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was fun going back and forth with the art style and everything. I thought it was really interesting choices to put us together and stuff. And then yeah, my stuff was like the kind of origin stuff. But it was really cool getting to draw some of that, the famous park scene and all that stuff, and him as a kid, his first kill and all that stuff. It was really cool. It was a really cool project to be a part of.
Did you go ahead, Jim? Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say it's crazy because like I haven't followed all the Punisher comics, but Jason sort of I think adds to the mythology by showing Frank Castle was a disturbed kid his whole life and was involved in like violence and crime and brutality before he went into the army, before his family got killed. Like the violence and crazy crime shit has been part of his DNA since he was a kid. And you guys
exactly
literally illustrated that so well, you know.
Yeah, and then like his marriage wasn't actually just very happy go lucky,
right,
beautiful marriage thing with the kids and everything like that, and then all of a sudden it was shattered. It was like, no, it was like actually rocky, and like I was adding layers to that whole his origin, his character. I thought it was really cool that Jason did in that.
It's funny because like Jason lives out here and I see him every now and then, and we're friends, and it's funny that he's such a sweet, like soft-spoken, mellow guy, and then you read some of the stuff he writes, and
I know.
Even going back to like Scalped, and it's like obviously it's fiction, but there's this brutality in a lot of the stuff he does that is I mean, I'm a huge horror and fan of B movies and crazy violent shit, so I love it all. But it's just funny when you hang out with Jay because he's so sweet and mild mannered. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. Like now too. And like you said, he's just super sweet, nice guy. And it's like, yeah. But then apparently had some craziness in his brain somewhere there.
Oh, dude, yeah. And we're all better off for it. Like we're all
Hell yeah,
getting, really great stories and
Hell yeah.
I sometimes miss things, so I just got lucky by having someone hand me the whole stack of individual issues of your guys' Punisher stuff. And
How many
trades
issues
are
Jim?
Paul, how many issues was it? The whole thing?
It was yeah, I think it was 12 issues altogether. I think it was a full
That sounds
maxi
right.
series or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
I gotta
But I only
read it
did
now.
like I didn't even quite do half, but I did a bunch. But it was really like I was doing like the flashbacks, all the flashback scenes. So I didn't draw the whole thing.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't do that many issues. It was actually a lot more pages than I thought when they first pitched me. Probably like, oh, you just do like a few pages each issue and then getting scripts like 12 pages, 15 pages. I'm like, really? Like, what? Am I just doing? But I mean, it was fine. I was enjoying what I was doing. So, but it was just like oh, man, it's a lot more involved than I thought it was going to be from the original, like the project.
Oh yeah. But no, dude, the it looked like everyone involved with the book was super into it and having fun just based on what was on the page. It didn't seem like no one's phoning it in,
Definitely not.
But yeah, man, and
I don't have like the cool double camera, so I was gonna. Sorry, should I show this?
Oh yeah,
this is the
Yeah,
pencil
yeah.
that I did
Oh, hell yeah.
there, which is
Paul-
like a kind
Paul-
of a quick sketch of Punisher.
that's awesome.
Dude,
Yeah,
you
okay,
ink
this.
right from that. Well, are you using your brush tonight, Paul?
That brush, sadly, I know exactly what you're talking about. That one's didn't make it finally. I had to finally. But I do have
So
this
you
one, which
guys-
is probably not even much better.
So Paul and I had a conversation
But
because he
it
was
still
watching
has
me
some.
ink. It still has shape to it. But Paul was watching me ink, and he was
Yeah.
watching how how much I care for the brush, and like how I take care of it, and I'm very careful with it. And it's very like I keep that shape, that pointed tip for a long time, and I'm a little crazy about it. And then Paul pulls out his brush, and it was a Winsor Newton. It's a good brush, and it was just like it looked like a witch.
Yeah, it was at one point.
Oh my god, yeah.
But he achieves amazing results, and that's how he inks.
Did you just mangle the shit out of it like over time?
Yeah, it's just over time it just gets beat up and whatever, and I guess I just refuse to buy a new one. But that's the thing. Like, I kind of like don't want a pretty line. So a lot of times,
Yeah.
like stuff that like actually like messes up so much tools or to kind of get like I've been known to, and I learned this actually from Tom Coker years ago. But with like the microns the way that I actually like break the point on it, kind of like
Yes.
smash it down, break
Yeah.
the point, and everything. And
Oh,
so it
really?
gets like a. I mean, it's too tiny, you probably can see on the camera, but so
What
it gets
size?
like a weird.
What size is
so
that
it's not
pen,
just a
Paul?
dead line.
Is it a 02?
Well, this one's 05, whatever.
And you can break an 05?
Yeah, I can break 05 stuff.
Oh,
I've broken them all.
Nice.
And so, what does it do when you break it? What does it give you?
Well, I mean, it gives you like kind of like the point. Sometimes it splits a little bit, or it flattens it off. So it actually almost like it gives a bit of a chisel kind of feel.
Oh wow!
Like when you're inking
That's awesome.
and
I want
stuff.
to try
So.
that.
Yeah, man,
I think
I can
actually the
see-
thinner ones do probably break better.
Right.
But
But I was gonna say I can
use some
see
of
that kind of broken line in your actual inking style in your
Yeah.
work in your comics like that. That definitely makes sense.
See, this is the type of shit I always wanted to document, like these conversations. Like we're learning about breaking a micron to achieve a certain effect. That's like
Yeah.
that's good shit, man. That's craft.
And Paul,
Yeah,
on
that-
your
It's not that. It's the ruling pen.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Oh, you use a
We'll
ruling
beat up here
pen?
too.
You ink
Yeah,
with
for like
that?
the dead. Yeah, with the deadline stuff or the like
Yeah.
the smaller detail stuff or quote unquote detail, because my stuff is all chunky and crazy. But
Right. And dude, are you trying?
I just like it because it's like sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, are you trying? Are you trying kind of like new stuff on each project you're working on, or do you kind of have a consistent thing that you're going for with at this point with all of your stuff in general?
I mean, yeah, like I don't think I necessarily tried something completely new, but I'm always trying the new things. So especially new projects, whatever, different things, different looks and different whatever. The one I'm doing now is like a little more open line and kind of I don't want to say cartoony too much, but it's definitely much more cartooning or kind of stuff than what I've done before. So it's like that kind of like stuff, and then different tools. I'll get bored with stuff. I mean, I use everything, like from Sharpies to whatever sponge, have a sponge,
Right. Right.
or
Yeah.
whatever I can, So whatever. The only thing I think I do is that once I do start a project and I can mess around with it, but at a certain point I do try to keep it consistent for that project. And not get
Yes.
too crazy, so it doesn't feel like a different book in the middle,
Yeah. That's the thing is like you kind of have to commit to what you're doing with each project, and but I like that idea of being able to mess around and try different things with different assignments.
Yeah,
Keeps it
definitely.
interesting.
And
Yeah, I love that.
on Outcast, which was ended up being like 48 issues and some oversized and stuff like that. So it was like a lot of that one you could see me trying to just at that point it was so long that I was like I was getting too bored with one thing, so I just started doing some splatter and for like a couple arcs, and I started doing this, so a little more digital. I'll do like some digital, little bit of digital stuff, and
like what do you do digitally?
I'm mostly like kind of after, like I'll still do a full kind of ink page, but then afterwards I'll scan in, I'll add like basically like a gray layer, and then
Nice.
add
Okay.
details or like that, like sometimes like background stuff or little things like that. Like I'll do digitally, so that just so the colors can have something to grab. It makes it easier for that kind of stuff, like and stuff like around characters and stuff,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Dude, working with Kirkman, that is an epic run, man. You said 40, it was 48 issues total?
Yeah, 48
Holy
issues
shit.
total, yeah. And then
Dude.
the first and last were like almost double size, I think, and then there was some extra pages in between. So overall it's like over 50 issues of comics.
Wow,
like,
man.
Yeah, I've got I think the first 2 hardcovers. It's great stuff.
How many years of your life? What was that?
That was actually I have, I don't know where I went now, because I had this promo piece I did. So it was like a good 8 years altogether.
Wow.
Something like
Okay.
that. Working on the same thing and yeah, I don't think I'll ever kind of do that again. I mean, the book I'm doing now, we definitely want to do more than like the first story arc basically. I mean, depends on how we might about 12 issues probably, a nice hardcover,
Right.
But we definitely want to do more than that. Like we want to keep it ongoing and keep it going and so on too, So, but but doing something like that long again is really it is taxing and stuff.
Oh man,
having kind of like another outlet. Not that I'm complaining either. Like I enjoy doing the book and I'm really proud of that book. But it is something that's like crazy. I'm very happy I did it, and if I never did it again, I'm like, well, at least I did it once,
Yes. No, dude, you've done it. Like you can put that feather in your cap of like most sequential artists can't say that they actually worked on a project of that scope,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
I mean
yeah.
that's a big deal, man. That's crazy. Well done. Well done, sir.
Good job, Paul.
Thank you. Well,
We
well
salute
done,
you.
just continuing to do the thing.
Yeah. When does the first issue come out of the new book with Rick? The seasons.
That's January. I think it's 20 that, or what's it? Right at the end of January.
Oh shit! Okay, so soon.
Oh, that's cool. That's
So,
very
so
soon.
yeah, the first issue is soon. Whatever. Yeah. So you could order. It's in the catalog issues out there, but it's funny because I'm actually on issue 7, which is crazy.
Did you say
are.
you're on issue 7, dude? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh shit! Okay, that's great.
How
So
long have you been doing this book?
I mean, this one. Technically, started working on it was like in 2020 or something like that, like during the pandemic. But that was like developing it and doing character sketches and doing also, actually working on the book. I've been doing it like pages and everything too. It's probably been a year, almost a year, or something like that.
Wow.
Of like when we actually started it and stuff. And
that's awesome.
So I guess this year, right? I don't even remember exactly, but yeah. So I guess all this year basically I've been doing this book and stuff like that.
Wow. Okay.
Doing the Punisher thing a little bit, and then some other stuff too. So there was like some interruptions a little bit, but
yeah, I mean that's a big commitment as well. But I love that you're that far ahead. Like that's smart.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually like, this is the furthest I've ever been on anything, and it's crazy. Like, it's actually like kind of scary because I'm afraid I'm gonna like take it easy and the next thing you know,
right?
Where's Paul? Issue 8. I haven't
it's
seen
actually
it in a
coming
while.
out. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You just decide to like go chill in the islands.
He's on the beach somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, but I mean you're
Maui. Maybe I'll get Maui finally.
Do the Maui thing. I'll give you the connections I made there, and but man, I mean you've been consistently working though for like when would you say your career like officially started? Like what was your big kind of breakthrough?
My first book was first pro work or whatever was actually on Captain Marvel. Back when Peter David was doing it, I don't know if you remember that, and then Chris Cross was drawing it for a while.
Oh shit, yeah, Chris Cross.
I did like an arc on that. That was actually my first gig, which actually at Marvel and stuff like that. And that was in like how old am I now? I'm old.
Not as old as me and Sean.
That's 20-something years ago. So yeah, so that's like 2003, I don't know, something like that 2002.
Okay, yeah.
Great with that, I guess, because that was like 20-some years. I was like 23 or something like that, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're all close to the ages. the I don't even know what to say about the age stuff, but
we old. That's all you can say. We old is, but
we are old.
It's seniority though, you guys. It's experience. It's seniority.
Yeah, we're knowledgeable.
Be confident about it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only way I can accept it, especially what is awaiting me in the new year. The big number. I'm like, what? What the fuck?
Those are amateur numbers. I'm kidding. No, I remember. It's a tough one.
It's right there, dude. It's right there.
I think that was the only one that was like gave me pause. Every other age, I was like, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
And then that number was like, ooh, like a gut punch.
I love how none of you guys are saying the number. You're just referring to it as the number.
We're traumatized, Jamie. Traumatized.
Me too, guys.
Listen, Jamie, You're 18 years old. You'll know our struggle
I'll
at
take
some
that, Jim.
point.
I'll take that, Jim.
You'll know our struggle at some point, like young
One
man.
day.
Yeah.
One day, far, far in the future.
You're 18 years old, and you had your kid when you were 16.
Jamie's talking shit. Jamie's talking shit.
I said nothing.
But yeah, you can't escape it, man. You can't escape. This shit is just time is just flying by. It's wild.
Yeah,
I'm already gearing up for like all my projects for the next year. I'm like, okay, I think I have my shit lined up. I think I know what my schedule is, what I want to do, and that's the year. That's basically it. There's only a certain amount of time to make all this shit.
That's the upside is everything is we're doing so much cool shit right now. It's like one of the most exciting times of my professional life.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a big boost, I think, for all of us in this last year, man, of just, I think, right? Like just creativity and projects and like shit popping off. And
I mean, we started this show. Jamie came on board on the other show at the end of last year. Like, so much has been happening. Creatively, it's been an incredible year.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not complaining, man. It's
can we get
pretty crazy.
Check-in?
Yeah.
Can we see how your piece is looking?
The book that you did at Jim is freaking awesome too. Like that.
What'd you say, Paul?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I'm saying the project you've been doing lately have been freaking awesome with everything. And
oh, thanks so much. Yeah, my crazy Kickstarter book.
Yeah. How's that been, like the Kickstarter? Because I've been thinking about doing something Kickstarter one of these days and figuring that out. It always just seems so daunting to be able to do the whole project and stuff there.
Oh yeah, man. I can't recommend it enough. It went better than I was expecting it to go. But it also it really matches my work style and kind of my personality type of being able to make my own thing, not answer to anyone, do whatever I want, and then hype it as much as I can and hype it with the help of this show, Sean, doing conventions. It was a learning experience, but I would basically recommend it to almost all and any artist friends of mine. There's just something so liberating about just making something out of scratch, sitting down, writing, drawing it, and then manifesting it into the world, and then seeing the Kickstarter happen, seeing the orders come in, seeing the numbers, seeing the reaction online. It was just, it was just very inspiring, man, to be like, okay, I people dig my work. I do have a following. I'm not crazy, and I can keep doing this. So that is my plan, is to just keep doing these kind of books and do one a year. Is the goal.
Jim, was that a serious concern you were having? Like, you felt like people didn't want your work anymore?
Well, no, it was just the numbers. Like what am I actually going to sell? Like, what is the realistic expectation in 2024 of people actually breaking out their credit card and putting down their hard-earned money for my book, for this new project? Because it's one thing to get I've talked about it before, but it's one thing to get positive comments on social media or props at a convention, but dude, what this really boils down to is you're relying on people to actually come forward and support you and your brand and plunk down the money to make the project happen. So
yeah. I'll be
that's
doing
what it's about.
mine. I got mine coming in a few months, so yeah, I get it.
Yes.
See how
Are you?
goes.
Oh, you're doing one too, Sean?
I'm doing a Kickstarter for my new art book first, and then hoping that does well enough to help fund me doing my book.
Hell yeah!
Like a written drawing.
Yeah, like my own comic. Yeah.
It's time,
Oh,
dude.
man, awesome.
It's time.
I think that'll be. I think that's a good path for you too, in a way like where like I mean, just like Jim's saying, like to be able to do it all yourself. I can't wait to see what you do. Like that's just like all you.
Yeah. I'm so
I
excited.
think, you know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm really excited about it.
Paul, what if you had the chance to do like your own Kickstarter thing? Like, do you have an idea or a concept of what you would consider doing?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I have like a ton of ideas that I like have written and all that stuff. And I would do that's like written, drawn, like a just kind of brand new, self-contained story kind of thing.
Nice.
But I mean, I don't have anything specific about that. I did think about doing a Kickstarter with like I have a bunch of like shorts in there that stuff I've done like just kind of for fun over the years and whatever. I was thinking of putting that together and just kind of like.
Oh, you definitely should. Yeah, you definitely should.
I thought that would be a good way to like kind of introduce myself to Kickstarter to like see what the process is like without having to worry about like actually creating a content. Like I already have the content kind of done, you know.
I think it's a great idea. That's a great idea. I'd love to see that.
Maybe a new story or something like that, just to make it like cool, you know. But it'll be like a short thing. I don't know, whatever it is ends up being.
Yeah, that sounds great.
But something like that, like I would do first, and then maybe like a written drawn thing. I actually have a book that I'm writing and drawing right now too, alongside the thing with Rick. But now
really?
Dude, when do you sleep?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So that one I'm super excited about. So hopefully this year coming, I'll have the seasons come out starting in January, and somewhere in the middle of the year, whatever, or later, my book will come out, which will be 4 kind of oversized issues, and then it'll be a complete like, you know, story like that.
Did you say you had a publisher?
I'm on issue 3 of that. Was it?
Did you say you had a publisher for that, or that's what you're gonna kickstart?
No, that one I already have through Image too. So
okay.
Nice.
Both of those are through Image. I set them up through Image and so like that too. But
okay.
I really want to do a Kickstarter stuff too. I want to kind of get into that. I feel like I love the autonomy of it, and like Jim was saying,
yeah.
Like, you know, I love having like that thing where it's just all me, all that, and also like kind of a real direct link to the fans or the people getting the book or you know, and so like that too. And just,
right.
Eliminating a middleman as much as possible. You know what I mean? Like and
yes,
working towards too.
Yeah.
Like even Image,
that was
Image given the best deal on still. It's like, you know, like that to me is like Rick and I are just doing this thing that we think is fucking cool, and then
right,
you know, hopefully whatever, and they don't bother us at all because we have like a good relationship with them. So.
Oh yeah. And dude, you can't go wrong with working with Rick. Like he's one of my favorite writers in comics. Like he's just good. Like he just knows what he's doing, and his work is always really solid. You know. Speaking of Rick, man, do you guys like with your new book? Do you contribute to story ideas? Like, what's the process like with that? What you guys collabing?
Does that kind of work? We
Oh yeah, that's great. Nice, man.
Oh yeah, that totally works. There you go.
Okay, yeah. So I'm just kind of, I have this little arm thing. I just try to hang the phone there so you can see kind of what I'm doing here. But yeah, so me and Rick, well, it's Rick's initial pitch and idea. I mean, we're 50-50 on the whole, but you know, it's our creation. We both kind of developed it together, but it was his original kind of idea. He had like this kind of a German idea, and then he said, "I guess it'd be cool." And I was like, "Oh, that sounds like an awesome thing to develop it and everything." And we kind of like went back and forth and batted it. That was the fun thing about working on it since like 2020 or whatever it was that we started it, was that a lot of that was actually just developing the book, like sketching. I did so many character sketches, so many random, just like, you know, like backgrounds type sketch, or like developing the city and like the look of the book and that and whatever, and having the characters. So we both kind of went back and forth a lot on that stuff. And then as far as like story stuff, we talk about it a lot before he writes a script. And then he has like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm like, oh, cool, and I'll contribute stuff. I try to keep my contributions a little more like about from the visual side, like let him be the writer because he's I think like you say he's awesome. So I don't want to get in his way too much and be like, oh, this is way whatever. Let him be the writer and me be the artist kind of thing. But at the same time, like there's so many scenes or something like that where I'm like oh, it'd be awesome if instead of this or something, or this cool thing, because like we're dealing with like in the book there's an evil circus, so like that, and once you deal with that kind of stuff and like the magic and the whatever, like anything can happen. Like we're really trying to like have fun with that and stuff. So I have like all these ideas of like, especially with comic books, like I'm trying to play with the medium a little bit, like like Little Nemo, like like Winsor McKay type stuff, like where like you're playing with like where she's jumping out of one panel into a different panel or whatever,
nice.
and so like that. We haven't actually done that one yet, so I shouldn't give them away. Yeah. But things like that, like where it kind of plays with the comic medium a little bit too, like 'cause it's like this crazy circus that anything can happen. So so stuff like that will start contributing, like kind of having awesome. Like I have these cool ideas with this and that, whatever,
Dude, I love to hear that because like for me, especially with my new book, the Kickstarter thing, for me, I've really been trying to be more conscious and think more about like, since it's comics and you can literally do anything you want on the page, like just pushing that, like really pushing that. And I'm not knocking like, autobio comics or comics where it's people hanging out talking or whatever, but it's like, dude, if you're just giving people pages of talking heads, like the whole point of this format is to just really, to me, is just to go nuts. And
I'll tell you who rocked my world, because it was a very personal story, and it could have been exactly what you just said. But Zoe Thorogood, on her book, she did Image, really
so
played
good,
with
man.
Medium. It was so well crafted and so good, and it was like she was working at such a high level of comics on her first project. It was crazy.
We just lost Paul's camera. Paul, are you still there?
Oh shit. He's back.
Lost Paul.
Or no. Okay. We'll get him. We'll get him back.
Jim, how's your drawing going? Can you hold it up to the camera a little more?
Yeah. Frank Castle.
Oh, that's
awesome.
Armed, deadly, but with stylish hair.
That was awesome.
Let's see yours, Sean. Let's see the close up. That looks sick,
dude. I am finally kind of just organically figuring out how to ink this way over this show. Like I've narrowed it down to a handful of tools that I like to use. It's 3 tools. It's this lettering nib right here, this calligraphy nib, this Japanese Maru nib, which is like a little crow quill, and my brush. And between these 3, I'm getting, I think, everything I can get. And dude, Jim, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say you're rocking it with those tools, man. Like it's
thank you. It's a whole new. It's like a new look. I mean, like the drawing looks like me, but it just looks like the mark making. There's a lot of new stuff going on.
Right. Sean, it's definitely.
Sorry,
what?
Definitely it's your look. It's your style.
Thanks,
I was gonna say, Sean, after the last stream when you were working on like simplicity and stuff, do you feel like you've worked any of that into your permanent repertoire?
It's too early to say. Like that's going to be a big experiment next year to try to do like more of those like more simpler marker drawings, like more in like I want to play with, like I said, like Somni's the way he works. I want to play with Bruce Timm, Darwin Cook, Alex Toth, like all that. But on the same note, I'm going to play with. I want to do a deeper dive into Topi and and Alberto Breccia. I want to discover more out of that. I think at the end of the year, when I'm able to put those 2 together with this sort of inking technique, I might have something new and interesting.
Jamie, did you notice that Sean dropped the Italian name so he could do like the whole accent?
I know.
Thing?
I was going to comment on it, but I didn't want to. But yeah.
You want to talk some shit? You want to talk some shit?
Drop it again, Sean. Drop it again.
Let's not encourage him. We've had a great show so far. We've had no accents.
Dude, right now, my family's watching this, cheering you on, Jim, because they hate when I pronounce shit properly.
Oh my god.
We have Paul back in the room.
Like if we're going out if we're going out for like Latin food, I will pronounce it properly. If we're going out for Italian, I'll do it the same. And they hate it.
What about when you're going out for haggis, Sean?
I was just gonna. You didn't let me finish my joke. I was saying when we go out for Scottish food. Jamie, my wife loves to hear how much you hate my Scottish accent, but at the same time, she thinks I do a pretty good one.
Yeah, I would say that if I was your wife too.
Jamie's got daggers tonight. He's got some good ones loaded up, ready to go.
It's that holiday stress. It's the he's unleashing.
That's what it is.
The holiday stress. Yeah. Let it out, Jamie. That's what I say. Let it out, brother. It's all good. We've all been there. Paul, you all good?
Awesome.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, you're
good. My mom called me. So.
Oh, nice. Dude, is your whole family? Is your family all East Coast? Obviously, right? I mean, they have to be. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. My whole family, and they pretty much all live in Jersey. Well, I mean, like immediate family anyway.
Right.
All live in Jersey and stuff like that. Still.
Are you in Brooklyn now, Paul, or are you still in the city?
Well, right now I'm actually like here in Jersey again, for a bit, for kind of like the holidays or like that. Yeah. Nice. So it's a whole long discussion like that. But yeah, I gave up my Brooklyn apartment for a little bit, and then I decided to stay for the holidays here, and then next year kind of get back out. But back in Jersey for a bit.
What part of Jersey?
Well, right now I'm in Jersey City.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. That's not.
Sean, you got to be careful with these questions. This guy's worked with Robert Kirkman. You don't want like stalkers to.
Right. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I know.
Well, actually, stalkers, I dare you to go after Paul and then get your ass fucking kicked.
Right.
When he pulls some MMA moves on you, like you're not. It's not going to happen, guys. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, like I need more practice. So like if fresh bodies coming in,
right?
It's always a plus.
Yeah, it's you're going to be our security at the next convention, Paul, because Sean and I have made so many enemies doing this show.
Yeah, we're awful. People hate us.
We think we're hilarious, and we just keep making enemies each episode.
Although the last the advertisement we just did was definitely our funniest, I think.
Oh yeah. No, wait a minute. Okay. Shit.
What?
Well, this actually brings up something I wanted to ask you, but if you let me know if this goes too far. But an undisclosed source told me this week that you guys were at a convention in Spain and they legitimately awarded you a handsome man award at this show. Is that true?
Who are you talking to, Paul?
Yeah.
And if you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to talk about it.
Paul,
but
I gotta hear about this.
No, yeah. There's the little convention in Aviles, which is northern Spain, like the very north.
I want to do that show so bad. Oh my!
It's a great show. Actually, yeah. Like, I could contact the guy too if you want and see. I don't know what.
Oh, please do. Tell him Inkpulp Live wants to come. Yeah. Jim and I gotta go. That'd be great.
Yeah, because it is great. I want to get back there too because it's been great. I've been twice. So last time I went, they do this fun thing at the end of the convention, like the last day of the convention. They have like one of like the panel rooms or whatever.
Yeah.
They'll do like the awards of the show, just for like the creators, the people, the guests, and everything too. Like, and a few fans of it, but like mostly like, the guests and everybody's there. And I happened to be there. Jason Latour was with me.
That's who the source was.
Guest as well.
That's who the source was.
That's hilarious.
And then and then so they give out awards, but like the awards are not like they're like fun awards. So you know, it's like the Night Owl Award, and then whatever. I actually won 2. The Night Owl Award, which is like, which I'm like, which means I'm just like the last one to go to bed, which is like that's not a good award. That's just like I'm an alcoholic or something.
Wait! If you get the Handsome Award and the Night Owl Award, I think we know what's
I'm
going
a double
on
winner. So and then they had the Guapo Award, like the the handsomest award. And then they called me, and when they did that, they called me. It was as if it was Jason Latour turned into De Niro from Cape Fear. The laughter, that's all I had. So I'm walking to the stage, just like everyone's like kind of quiet, whatever, like the people there. But then like Jason is just howling, like practically falling on the floor, laughing because he knows how much I'm just like embarrassed to go up now and get.
That would have been awesome.
And it was just like man, that was and those are basically the only awards I get in comics are like these, So I don't get Eisners, I don't get anything like that. But
well, if we do the Inkpulp Awards, Paul, we'll award you for your work.
You sure?
Oh, fuck yeah, man! Are you kidding? Yeah,
dude. Did Eric give us a super chat?
He did. I didn't want to interrupt the story there, but we got $50 from Eric.
Eric, whoa!
Oh shit, dude!
You did not have to do that. That's insane.
Says he's inking Sean's pencils.
Oh no, Eric's inking my pencils. Oh no.
Eric, what's up, buddy? Happy holidays to you and your family, man. And thank you. That was super cool of you, dude.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Thank you, Eric. That was awesome. That was crazy.
Sean, we definitely need to buy Eric dinner next time we hang out because he always buys us dinner.
I agree. I totally agree.
So, yeah. We owe Eric like hundreds of dollars worth of delicious food.
Yeah, it's like it's a tradition. Eric tries to and usually succeeds buying the first dinner of the con the night before it starts as like a good luck thing.
Yes. He's like our Filipino
Daddy
mother, grandpa or something. I don't know.
He's the Filipino Daddy Warbucks.
Yes. But yeah, Eric, thank you, dude. That was very cool.
Yeah, thank you, man. That was awesome. I don't think he's really inking my pencils, though. I think he's working on Arc Athena.
Ah. The legendary comic book that he was trying to not have people buy last time he was on our show last episode.
Yeah, what was that, Eric? That's right.
And he's like, yeah, you don't have to buy the book. No, you do have to buy the book, folks. Come on.
Yeah, you do.
Show love and
I mean, it's gorgeous. I mean, it's not like we're
yeah. We don't have to twist your arms to buy incredibly well done comics. Like what the audience here knows what is going on.
Totally.
So buy the seasons, you guys, when it comes out in January.
Definitely.
Yeah,
put it on your pull list. You guys got variant covers for issue 1, Paul?
Yeah, we got some really cool variant covers for issue 1. All through Eric. You're talking about Eric. Rick has been putting together some really cool variants like that. And one of my favorite ones is freaking Kent Williams did them.
Oh, no kidding! No kidding!
Like, and Rick didn't even tell me like he contacted him or anything like that. He just showed once it was done. I was like, that's crazy. It made me want to like go read through the book and stuff. It's like,
oh my god, that's awesome, dude.
That is so awesome, dude. I got to hang out with him because his studio was next door to Jason Sean Alexander's in LA. So
right. Yeah.
When I lived there, I would go kick it at Jason's studio and be completely intimidated about what he was doing. And then we'd go next door to Kent's studio and see him doing these, 4 foot tall, gorgeous oil paintings. And I would drive home, man, and just be like, maybe I should not do art. Like maybe I should just retire from.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Like my silly little work that I do compared to these two, like mixed media genius guys. Like this is pretty intimidating. As I feel like any artist would feel
absolutely
that way. those guys are like, I mean, especially Ken, he's like a grand master, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, Jason's like our age and is also a master, but with Jay, I can at least kind of, you know, we'll hang out and I can kind of go toe to toe with him a little bit with certain things. And he's like, oh, you're crazy. You're doing your crazy, spontaneous, straight to ink stuff. I love it. But with Ken, I'm just a, you know, he probably thinks my work is just like a clown show or whatever, you know.
That's what I feel like when he did the cover. Like he basically painted like the main character and stuff like that. Like, and I was just like, oh man, I should have just done that. Why couldn't I just do that? When I did the,
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's so much better than what I did.
Dude, that's the craziest thing is when you know, I love having people do variants of my characters and but it's wild when you have someone who like outdoes you on your own character.
Yeah.
And it's exciting because you get to use this great image for your book and it's something you created, but it's also, you know, almost like, oh shit, one of my homies just kind of showed me up and did something that I should have thought about with my own character. Like they kind of taught me something, you know, that I should have been aware of or whatever. But
right.
It's all learning, man. It's all
exactly.
I just accepted that I'm never gonna be like a perfect artist or whatever. Like and so it's just always learning. And I think with our show and everything, like Sean and I are basically just learning in public.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing.
Which, you know, can be fun, but are also just a horrible disaster. But I think so far so good. You know.
Yeah, you're both doing fine. Don't worry.
Okay, good, cool. Okay. It'd be funny if you were like, you guys need to work on some things, and I'm here this week on this live stream to show you.
What if Paul was like, you guys, you might want to take like a figure drawing class or something?
Just like you've seen a human figure, right? Like,
oh shit.
Guys, a little less hip hop and a little bit more realism, okay? A little less, little less of the wacky.
Yeah, and Sean, I don't know why you're keeping your brush so pretty. You should be destroying it.
No, these are my sabers. A knight does not keep a dull sword.
I do feel weird when it comes to like people like you or other inkers the way that have like the pristine brush stuff like that or whatever that and then one like, oh, let me see your stuff. I'm like, you don't want to see my mine.
Yeah, but
I feel like
the
mine
thing
is
is,
like it hurts their eyes, like people like you like that can do such.
I love it though. No, I mean I'm playing around and giving you shit, but I love it because what you're able to achieve is fucking incredible. Like I can't do that.
Oh yeah, man.
So
yeah.
I mean that's what's so cool about the brush is you can reshape the tip to give you different looks even.
Yeah, I feel like it's already messed up. Wait, where's the camera? I don't know if we can see that.
Oh yeah.
It's already splitting and everything too, but I'm still trying to like figure it out here.
Mine's sharp as a needle.
Yeah, but Sean, your approach and even your studio is like very
it's just
clean, organized, and that's definitely a certain way to work. And then we all know other artists that it's
that's a way to work.
But I mean, I've seen I'm somewhere in the middle, but I've seen homie studios that I'm like, how do you even find where the chair is to sit at your table? Like,
yeah, I've seen that too.
This studio is a shithole, you know, but whatever gets the work done, man, that you know, whatever gets the work done.
That's how I feel. And even though I'll curse all my tools, like it's my fault for destroying them, and I'll curse that they're not working the way I want them to, but that kind of battle with it, I think, is like also like a lot of the fun for me. Is trying to figure out like, oh, this is not doing what I needed to do, but how do I finagle it to do this line here or this whatever, or you know,
that keeps your work very alive because you're constantly having to make choices and decisions. You can't get in autopilot like that. And I gotta say, like my whole like keeping my brushes sharp and my like all that's just the way I'm wired. I don't want to be that way. It's not like I would love to be like Sienkiewicz and I can just pick up whatever and throw shit around and make it look amazing. But it's just not the way my mind works. So to ask that of it has always been a strange exercise. But what I am learning is I'm learning ways to find more like organic mark making in my work, like on this
within
Punisher.
that,
Yeah, like it's still got a very controlled outline, but on the like the outlines are very clean control. But when you come in on all the like textural work,
right.
It's all just really organic and playful.
On the topic of that, Sean, Eric said this is a great pencil drawing, Sean.
Eric's fucking with me.
Oh, no, he's not. You think so?
I don't think so, but I have a hard time thinking someone of Eric's caliber, like abilities and understanding, can look at my work and say that.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
no.
Yeah, it's. I don't know when people are joking or not when with certain things like that. So, I think he's offering you a compliment, but
well, thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. And I am penciling these much looser than I have penciled my own stuff in the past, which is good because it's allowing me the freedom to explore more in the inks.
Yeah, I mean, like what Jim does, like just going straight to inks. I mean, I've definitely done things like that, but it's so hard to do like on anything that's not just like maybe a single shot or a single,
right.
like the level of complicated stuff that you're able to do, Jim, is like with no pencils is like that's crazy to me. I need some kind of structure that even if it's loose, even if it's whatever, just something there. You know what I mean?
right, yeah. I think that's just from me working in sketchbooks, just kind of relentlessly and getting used to. Oh, you just have the ink, like that's all you have. Like, don't even. Like it's almost like there's times where not with my comics or finished illustration work, but with my sketchbook stuff or stuff on this show, it's like, well, no, let's just pretend like the penciling isn't even an option in certain situations. It's just play, have fun, and if you mess up, the whole world sees it live on this show.
Yeah.
Daniel Goodwin says, "Love you, Sean, but yours is missing a gun."
I know. Look, I didn't have a lot of time today. I was at the tattoo studio today and just had to knock out a drawing. So, no gun, but you get a mean ass Frank.
Yes. He can kill with his bare hands.
He can. He's a badass.
Oh, yeah. Or like Paul, with your guys' run, was Punisher is basically like a samurai assassin with swords and which I think there were some people when that came out complaining about that, but then you read the book and it's like, what are you guys complaining about? He's brutally murdering people. This is like the most violent shit I've seen in a Marvel comic. It's so fucking awesome. It's totally over the top. People's heads are getting cut off. Like
I gotta read this.
It's brutal. Yeah. It's so awesome. It's savage, man. It's really good.
Yeah, I mean, that was the whole thing. Like the whole, aside from the other story, everything else going on with all this background, like the main hook thing is that the Punisher, or Frank Castle becomes the leader of the Hand for a little,
Yes.
Right.
And he tries to give up. It's funny because I believe it was born out of trying to get away from Punisher being just like he's just a guy with a gun and killing people, whatever, and
Yeah.
and stuff like that too, and like kind of give him more dimension, more this and that. What, you know? So they purposely made us, or Jason purposely made a story where it's like, okay, well, let's see. Literally, he doesn't have a gun. He uses different things, trying to do different weapons, different, you know, and stuff, and with the, you know, using a sword, using a whatever else he used in that, like axes. I don't even remember what it was. A bunch of weapons like that. But yeah, but anything basically, anything but a gun.
Oh yeah, man, and it, you know, without spoiling too much, it gets he becomes possessed by the power of the beast, like the head of the hand cult, and it gets to the point where he's just like punching through people.
Yeah,
like he's like punching through people's heads and stuff. It's metal. It's metal as fuck, dude. It's awesome. I had a blast reading it, and
yeah,
I was texting. I was texting Jason at night, like, "Wow, dude, this Punisher book. I'm a little late to the game, but holy shit!" You know, and he's like, "Hey, thanks, man." You know, he's like so
right.
sweet about things.
I know he's such a like soft-spoken, sweet guy.
Yeah, it's just funny. It's like, wow, Jay, I didn't know you were. Well, actually, I did know he was that dark because I read Scalped when that was coming out, and Scalped is also.
I mean, the other side
pretty,
was pretty brutal. Yeah. Moments of the other side are pretty brutal, and dude, he wrote like a one-off issue of Wolverine, where Wolverine was captured and he was being kept at the bottom of this well, and there was a belt-fed machine gun at the top. And their job was to just like every hour empty this belt onto him. It was so dark.
Oh shit! I've never seen that,
dude. It was really good, man. It was brutal.
Oh my god!
And he basically he has to get into the shooter's head. Like he spends all this time trying to like get into his head to let him free. I'm not going to give it all away, but it's brutal. I mean, he's just in constant pain, getting riddled with bullets.
Wow.
Was that a short?
I don't think it was a short. I think it was a full 22 pages. It was
because I always remember that he whatever amount of years ago, Marvel did a contest looking for an artist and a writer, and you could submit these samples and whatever. Like the artist, you had like a 5-page Wolverine thing or something like that, or 4-page, I forgot how many pages, and then you do that and you can submit it, and then there's a contest win. Basically, you win, and if you win, you get to do an actual story. And Jason won the writer part, and his first thing was like a contest win thing. That's his first Marvel book, I believe. Marvel thing he did years ago.
I don't think this is that. I feel like he was like pretty established when he wrote this, and Marvel like needed like an evergreen issue of Wolverine, and he had some time, so they gave it to him. I could be totally wrong, but that's what my mind is saying.
Yeah, I don't remember what that first one was anyway, but I always think about that. Like, mom, he's actually like a contest. Like that contest actually found. That crazy like gimmicky contest thing actually found like one of the most amazing comics, right? You know, like.
Right.
Well, dude, Matteo Scalera won a contest when he was about to quit, and the judge was Sergio Topi, and he personally called Matteo to tell him he won, and that was like, Matteo was like, "All right, I'm gonna keep doing this then." Sergio Topi just chose me as a winner, so I'll keep going. And if not for that, he wouldn't have been doing comics probably.
That one we could have not had, you know. I don't think the world. No, I'm kidding. Love Matteo.
Yeah. Matteo, who?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Dude, so if Topi calls you, you're any artist, he calls you. That's, you know, obviously the biggest deal in the world. Shocking, but could you imagine being an Italian artist and having like the greatest Italian, like arguably one of the greatest Italian artists, just be like, "Hey, is Matteo home? Hey, it's Sergio Topi, and I just want to tell you, you got the goods, kid. You shouldn't don't give up, you know." And you're on the other line. You're like, "Thanks, Mr. Topi."
I love when Jim turns into like a Hollywood manager from 1930. You got the goods,
Yeah.
kid.
Good, kid.
Listen, I made a lot of coin in this business, and you.
Right. You got that
got
spark,
stuff.
kid. You got that spark. You're going far. Yeah,
Yeah, like-
Sergio Topi, it talks like an American 1930s Hollywood grifter guy. Probably not the case, but you know,
Probably not. That's
we
that's
can
like when
dream.
I did. I was able to do some BPRD years ago.
Oh,
then,
nice,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
And one of the things was I called Mike Mignola, or he called me to like talk about like the book and this and that, whatever before, you know. And I'm just sitting there,
Oh,
like,
wow.
holy crap, Mike Mignola's talking, you know. And I was like, I asked him questions. I started asking him like random things just about his art. I was like, yeah, the book, whatever. Anyway, when you spot that,
yeah.
you know, like,
was he receptive?
yeah, no, he was totally cool and stuff like that, you know. And then afterwards, of course, after I hung up, I was walking around like, yeah, I just got off the phone with Mike Mignola, you know, whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No big whoop.
No big whoop, just my best friend Mike Mignola, you know.
Just my homie, you know.
Yeah.
Working on some horror comics together. No big deal.
No big deal.
Was he collaborating with him? Was he he sent you a script, or was he kind of like interested in finding out what you wanted to draw, kind of thing?
Well, no, what he was doing at that point was it was Josh. I don't know if you know what Joshua Dice are. Who's another
Oh yeah, I
great,
know that name.
amazing human being.
Yeah.
So he was writing it.
Okay.
Actually,
Yes.
but he was kind of like co-plotting. Like Mike was basically like he told me like he was amazing like stories about like how like yeah I just would talk to Mike, like we'd call him up and I'd be like, oh, here's my idea, and then Mike goes, listen, this what's gonna happen, and you just like throw all this stuff like, hey, this, that, and I want some vampires, some vampires that are doing this cool thing and whatever, and then there's an asylum and there's ghosts, and you just like throw all this like crazy ideas at him, and he's like, all right, yeah, go write that and make that into like some coherent, like, you know.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit.
And
Okay.
and then Josh will like kind of take all those ideas and like hone them into like this cool story or like that, and then we collaborate, you know.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
So, but it was cool. But I was like, that's the best job in the world too. Like where like Mike just gets to like talk to great. Well, I mean, I don't know. At the time I was young or whatever. But like the other people he's worked with, like Corbin, or you know, like and so like just talk to great people and just be like, yeah, they'll actually write it and do that. But I could just like come up with the craziest shit for Hellboy to do or whatever, or the world. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then hand it off to like some amazing right here. Do that. Like make that you know coherent and interesting and make
right,
it all
because
make sense. Like, you know?
what artist is gonna agree to work with Mignola and then like challenge what he turns in? You know, like, well, no, Mike, I'm not gonna draw this script. Here's my ideas, you know, and then Mike just hangs up the phone on them. You know, you know, he doesn't suffer fools. So it's like you either work with Mike or you don't.
Just quickly, guys, we got a $16.69 super chat from West Coast Avengers.
Hey, Dave, thank you.
He says,
thank you, David.
The 16 is for you guys because I love y'all, and the 69 cents is because my channel is only 11 subs away from 5K.
Guys,
sub to West Coast Avengers.
Let's head after the show or in a new tab over to West Coast Avengers page on YouTube and hit subscribe. Let's get him to that 5K tonight.
Yeah, that should not be hard.
And he's highly entertaining. I will give my seal of approval on that one.
Dave's the man. He's the man with the plan.
Dave is the man.
Got to have a sense of humor when you're doing stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Dude, I'm actually going to finish this tonight.
Oh, shit. How we doing on time? Oh, we're good. Yeah.
Yeah, we're totally good. We're golden. Jim, are you all set for the holidays?
Yeah, man. I very low maintenance. I'm just driving down to St. Louis to hang out with my family next week. And just Christmas at my sister's. nothing huge, man. Like pretty
That's
low
good.
maintenance. I buy gifts for my little nephews and nieces. My brother John has little kids, and it's easy because they're all like obsessed with Lego and stuff. So
Right.
I buy them stuff. But dude, this was the smartest thing ever. My family and I, like my siblings, and we quit buying each other gifts years and years ago, and we
Yeah.
just we spend the money on fantastic food while we're all together. And
That's awesome.
That's a great idea.
we'll have, my sister will host us at her house. We'll all pay for the food together, and then the day after Christmas or 2 days after Christmas, we'll all go out and grab like a deluxe steak dinner together somewhere.
Oh, dude, that's amazing.
So it's like we're all adults. I don't need gifts. I don't need.
No, give me a glass of red wine and a steak. I'm happy.
Yes. And it's cool, man, because like when we all came to agreement on this years ago, it was the best decision you could ever come up with, really. It just made things so much easier, that taking the pressure away of
I could see that.
Secret Santa or whatever you call it. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, when you get to a certain age, it's literally like, I don't need anything. I'm good.
Yeah.
Like I have some family members or whatever that ask me, like, what do you want for Christmas? Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I already bought everything I need, and there's nothing. I mean, if you want to buy me like a car or something, the big, like,
Yes.
like
I'll buy you an extension on your deadline. Yeah, that's all.
yeah. Can you buy me a New York apartment?
Right.
Like that'd be awesome. Because besides that, like I don't need it.
Yeah, it's like, unless you can deliver something so deluxe, and then let's not even bother. And I think that's kind of what we settled on. And because for me, I have such specific taste with comics and entertainment and art supplies and things that I would actually like, that it's like, we'll just skip on the gift certificate or skip on, whatever. And let's just have a great time together and get the fancy meal together. Makes more sense.
So what do? You said you do what on Christmas Eve? You have dinner at your sister's?
Christmas Eve, I'll be kicking it at my dad's house. And
okay. And what are you gonna do for like Christmas Eve dinner?
We'll probably do takeout, because it's just like, me, my dad, and my brother Dan, the the dudes. Because my sister and my other brother John, they're gonna be with their spouses.
The in-laws. Right. I got you.
And then Christmas Day, man, is like the big day where we all kick it together at my sister's and just eat and drink and have a good time.
And does she cook then?
Yeah.
Does she make anything like traditional Lebanese, or is it just
not really? It's more kind of an American traditional, like
yeah. I was just curious.
I'm trying to think of yeah, man, it's crazy. Like the Lebanese stuff, it like my aunt was sort of unfortunately one of the last. My sister can cook some stuff, but it's like the authentic real shit, man, was my aunt Ginny on my dad's side of the family, the Lebanese side, that would just literally, Sean, you'd flip out. She used to make everything from scratch. She'd make everything from scratch, man. Like,
I love it.
It was so wild.
And she didn't like pass down the recipes to anyone?
She did to her daughter, and
okay.
Her daughter, my cousin, she has her own family stuff going on in the holidays.
Right. I got you.
Dude, my Aunt Ginny, rest in peace, she used to bring it so hard. It was incredible.
I bet. Oh, I would love some of that.
Homemade hummus, chicken shawarma.
Dude, I'm actually gonna have some this weekend at our boy Ali's party.
Oh shit, that's right. I'm jealous of that.
Dude, yeah, Jim. Like I did, it was so fucking fantastic last year. I'm so excited to go back.
God damn it. I feel like I'll just fly out there for I just get you out of my family.
Sean, I just got sent something to show you if you want to see it.
Yeah.
If you look at the screen.
Oh shit! Eric did
nice.
that. God damn him! Oh my god, that's fucking awesome,
Dude. That's great. I love the loose.
He wasn't kidding. God damn, he killed that fucker.
Love it, man.
Yeah, that's beautiful, Eric.
He just said, "Tell Sean it was fun."
Oh, thanks, Eric.
Dude, those inks are popping.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing. Now I'm glad I'm almost done, or else I just want to put my brush down and be like,
Right,
"Thank you, bud."
right. That Eric Canetti's going places with his talent.
The chat.
Sean, have you seen this? Jamie, can I get the camera real quick?
Yep.
Sean, have you seen this setup, the travel kit? This guy?
I think, yeah, you showed that to me. Wait, when did you get that?
I've had it for a couple years. I mean, I used to.
Yeah. I
bring
think
it-
I saw it in Portland.
Yeah, I used to bring it to conventions when I was doing like mixed media commissions and stuff. But it's pretty
That's
pretty
dope.
sweet
Yeah, it looks awesome.
for the watercolor vibe.
Looks totally
And
awesome.
then you just have the water brush thing. That you just do that, and then
Yeah, but you know what, man? I'm sort of doing this wrong because what you really want to do is you want to get a couple different cups of clean water so you can kind of dunk it in between colors.
yeah.
I'm just going full dirty mixed media here on this tonight. It's fine, but yeah, you kind of want to be able to clean this thing at certain intervals, you know.
Yeah.
But Paul, you know me, I'm a big rebel. I'm a troublemaker,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to follow the man's rules on watercoloring.
Jim dances to the tune of his own song.
Good luck putting him in a box.
Meanwhile, Brian Stelfreeze is watching. He's like, actually, Jim, there are several rules that go along with watercoloring.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
you're
Yeah.
doing this completely wrong. You've learned nothing from
Completely.
hanging out with me. But Sean, you have learned from hanging out with the amazing Brian Stelfreeze.
I've learned a lot from Brian over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is amazing. Speaking of that, he's another one that like, it was hilarious. I ended up sitting near him at a convention one time, and then he was, holding court as he does, and whatever. And then at one point he had like a little break. He got up, he came over, looked at me. He's like, "Oh, that's cool." He's like, "Oh, that's really," gave me a couple of little compliments, which was really nice, And then and then he said, "Wait a minute," he said, "Let me see your brush." And he was like, with disgust on his face, and he just walked away. I was like, no, but it just gives it interesting line. Like,
That's my brush sensei right there.
Yeah. I was like, man, I think I really offended him.
Oh shit.
But he's awesome. Like, I sometimes I like sitting, like I said, being near him at a convention, something like that. Sometimes I just like literally just get sucked in, just listening to him.
Yeah.
Give like just spouting out just wisdom.
Yeah, he's full of it.
And gold.
We have the same art dealer, so since he joined up, I try to every show we do together, I try to like get a little lesson from him, like ask him a question, and I know he's gonna like open up the knowledge well.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, everybody respects that dude. He is the real deal for sure.
Yeah, that's the craftsman of all craftsmen.
Jim, West Coast Avengers, asking how things are coming along with fulfillment for the Kickstarter.
Oh yeah. We're good. Justin, my boy Justin Stewart, is finishing lettering the whole book. We're putting together the credits pages, inside front and inside back covers, and then I'm sending off the first PDF to the printer within the next week and a half, and getting that first proof made to see what we're looking at as far as the final printed product goes. So we're moving along, man. It's looking like a comic book. It's looking like a real thing.
That's awesome, man. I can't wait to see it.
I did feel guilty leaving and going to Hawaii a little bit because we're still in production on things, but at the same time, I in my defense, I booked the trip before I
Jim,
launch the Kickstarter.
you're a pro. You have a good rep. You got nothing to worry about. You're allowed to go take
Okay.
a little vacation, come home.
No,
and
I
get
know.
some food.
I know.
I mean, it's Maui again, so I get you.
Yeah, who's going to be
Yeah.
like, well, don't go to Maui. I need a comic book right now.
But the good news is I came back so relaxed and like that I'm just handling the business of finishing the book and not worried or stressed about it. Like Justin and I, we got this. Like we're good to go. So
yeah, I have no doubt.
Did you how far along in the book were you when the Kickstarter, when you launched it? Were you done with it?
Yeah, I was basically done with most of the interiors, and then it's funny, man. I wound up like redrawing the last 3 pages of the book because I felt like there were some pacing issues there. And you know, when you have those realizations about storytelling, or I have them anyway, because sometimes the most obvious thing doesn't occur to me. So Paul, I was ending the story, the entire thing, on this splash page, and it dawned on me that I had the space and the page turn of I could end the thing on a double page splash. So I crammed all this information, this final image, into a splash page, and as I was basically done inking it, I was like, holy shit, dude, I'm such an idiot. This entire image would work so much better widescreen landscape mode.
Yeah.
I'll have all this room for crazy background shit, all the stuff that I want to do with this last image that I'm leaving the reader with. So I just trashed the last splash page and completely redrew it as a double page spread. And it was so much, it was so much better. But it, you know, that added an extra 5 days or whatever, but it's fine, you know.
No, but I think that's again some of the freedom that we were talking about earlier too. Like that it's your own book, your own thing, and you know, you don't have to like be beholden or like some kind of crazy deadline or anything like that, where you're just like, listen, I want to change this. I want to just redraw this whole thing or make this because I thought of a better idea, and then you can just do that. You know, like that's
yeah.
It's funny because I actually did a similar thing. I didn't draw this splash, but the last issue 6 ended in a splash page, the way Rick wrote it. But I was like, no, this has got to be a double page spread. This is you know.
See, yeah.
So I did kind of same, except luckily I didn't draw the spread first. You know,
right.
Because that's crazy. Because if I already drew it, I'm like, but I already drew it. So
yeah.
Moving on.
It's funny, man, when you like. There's times when I'm working, and especially when it comes to the storytelling of comics, where it's almost like my instinct sometimes doesn't kick in right away, and I sort of have to step back from things and say, oh, you know what, this would actually work better this way, or I'll be flipping through a comic book or something at night, and I'll be like, oh wait, why don't I try that technique or do that? I'm not biting anyone's shit, but I'm just like, oh, that presents me with a new idea of like problem solving or
right.
And you know, to my fault, I fully admit, like, that's me probably not doing enough work and in the thumbnailing layout phase, even though I do thumbnail and layout literally every page and every panel. But I think there's times where I am so excited to actually draw the final art and get on the Bristol board and do the actual page that I'll jump from layouts sometimes to finishes, probably a little too quickly sometimes. But you guys, I'm excited. I'm excited to draw this shit. You know,
my next question was like that you do lay it out though, right? So because sometimes there is a thing of like having to that I have to see it kind of laid out a little bit before I can fully think.
Yeah.
Like that, you know.
Right.
I have to figure that shit out too.
Yeah, Sean. I mean, you definitely do really pretty tight thumbnails, right, from what I've seen. Like,
yeah, you've seen my thumbnails. Yeah,
your thumbnails or even like your ideas for like a sketch or a painting or something like that too. Like you do it pretty tight.
Yeah, yeah. It's just the way I draw. I just like I try to be loose, but it doesn't like
Yeah.
it doesn't work. Like I draw in such geometric shapes. It's like
Mhm.
I gotta make them correct. Like I don't know how to indicate something very well.
Right.
You don't think so?
Well, when it comes to like when I'm thinking about my thumbnails, like I get it's like all, like everything's composition and storytelling. So like the shape of the character, like I get down to the point where it's like I have to make them act this way, and I need to make sure the shape is interesting, so this composition is good. So yeah, so like I've seen people's thumbnails that are more scribbly, and I'm like I just can't like
Yeah. Well, you're
I
gonna love.
can't. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I say you're gonna love my thumbnails.
I want to
'Cause-
see him. Can you show him, Paul?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like giving anything away. This is a script here. These are my thumbnails. I've literally just drawn
Oh
on
my
the script.
god! Yeah, see, I would
And,
love
and
to
then-
do that.
but this is my thumbnail for this page. I don't even draw the things inside.
It's just the panel layout. Oh my
It became
dude,
a
that
thing of like
Punisher looks
economy,
great.
like because doing Outcasts and stuff like that for that many issues.
Right?
and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. You had
I
to
was just
keep
like I didn't want
moving.
to just redraw as low as possible because of just the crushing deadlines of like doing 48 issues or something. But I started doing that and I realized like, oh, I kind of already know in my head. And then but the thing I do is I draw on other pages, other paper. So like these are like I'll do these on like other
There's
paper.
such
Oh,
pretty
wow,
drawings.
man.
Oh, those drawings are so
Dude.
pretty.
But you know what I mean? So I'll do this on another paper and then kind of light box straight to ink.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
So this is like when I actually figure out the panels of that, whatever, too. You know what I mean? Like I'll just figure out. I figured out.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, what
for
I
me
like
it was
about
like
that.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I'm saying because for me it's like it became a thing of like I just want to know how to divide the page.
Yeah,
And like
yeah,
where the important panels are, and like what the pacing of it is.
yeah.
You know, like these
I
need to be
get
little
that.
panels, and then now this has to be a big. Then this is the big
Yeah,
impact
I mean,
moment. And once I got that, then like
yeah, I do that exact stage. It's like the first thing I do in my thumbnails is figure out the panels, and then I figure
Yeah.
out the interiors of them. But what I like about what you're doing is you're saving a lot of room for the art to be more spontaneous, not so planned. Like whereas I'm way too planned, I think. But I love that. I love that. I want to try that.
Paul, those are gorgeous drawings, by the way. Just
Yeah,
in those
they really
thumbnails.
are.
Like just seeing them in the thumbnail, you know exactly what's happening. You know the expressions, the poses. I mean, really, really beautiful drawings, man.
Thank you.
Real nice.
Yeah,
dude. Do you use photo reference for poses and for characters? Are you?
I don't really. I will like. I have like a little mirror on my desk that if I make different faces or
right
certain weird poses, something like that, I might like Google just something or whatever, like but a lot of that too, like I find it's more like this even this Punisher thing, like which is I mean Google the Uzi and whatever, like kind of like that too, but
sure.
So I don't use like a direct reference kind of thing. I just look at stuff to see what it looks like kind of more, or get ideas of like folds and things like that, because I get sick of, I don't know if you have the same problem, you guys, but I have a thing like I'm gonna draw a guy with his leg bent. I don't know how many times, like the thousands of times with pants on, that I'm sick of drawing the same fold, like just drawing the same thing. And I'm like, it can't just fold the same way every time. Like, like
right,
it can't be that little
right,
whatever triangle fold there, and there's got to be different. So I started like looking for different interesting things that you can't get unless you actually look at life. Those little interesting things. If not, you just end up repeating yourself too much. So
right, you make a formula for everything. Yeah.
I think that's just the way humans work. Literally, just like your brain wants to make it a formula or everything. So
yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right about that.
So it's rare to use like direct reference.
Oh God!
Funny thing.
Sean, I heard that.
Did Jamie hear it?
I heard the little.
I missed it. What was it?
Oh my God!
You
What did
missed
you
it.
say?
You
You did a
missed it.
little accent, Jamie, for a quick second.
Was
Let's
it
not
good,
encourage
Jim?
him.
Was it good?
No, let's not encourage him. It's just subtle. Hey, Sean, I'll give you props on the subtlety of it. It was slid in such a sneaky way.
That was like a sniper attack right there.
Definitely. Yeah.
All right, we're almost at 2 hours. We're 10 minutes shy of
Oh,
2
wow.
hours. We're 15 minutes shy.
This is our
Paul's
3
that
hour.
Punisher looks so dope.
Thanks, man.
Paul's
Yeah.
Punisher.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, that's
actually,
beautiful.
I kind of finished. I was gonna keep messing with it, but I think I'm just gonna mess it up. So I just keep messing
Looks
with it.
awesome.
So
Yeah, that
I mean,
looks
that's a
great.
good.
You know, it looks like Matt Dillon as the Punisher.
it does
Ah.
actually. That's hilarious.
Dude, love those lush brushstrokes, lush lines, man.
Yeah, those are gorgeous.
Yeah, it's with that awesomely beat up brush. That's what it gives you.
Jim, that looks crazy.
This
Yeah,
is like
Jim.
my mixed media Punisher tonight, I guess.
I love your Punisher skull. That's one thing. Like drawing this, I was like looking up Punisher, like how different people drew the skull. It's just cool to see how everyone interpreted that.
Oh yeah, that's the best thing. Yeah, there's like a million different ways of
Yeah.
you know, it's like why keep it on model? Because in the 70s and 80s, he had such a consistent look that I like when
Right.
people bring their own approach to him.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Although I went pretty Klaus Janson traditional because I loved what Klaus did.
Well, Klaus is the man.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I grew up to, like the with the white skull, the white gloves, and the things like that too, and like where the
Exactly
teeth of
what
the
I
skull
do.
was like little cartridges or little.
Yeah,
whatever
I did
things.
that. Yeah, whatever they were. I still don't know what they were, but they're right
Yeah,
there.
I have no idea what's in them, but yeah.
Neither do I, but they're the teeth of the skull, which was always cool.
And then
You're like
so
the teeth of
unfortunately, the pose I picked, it was like kind of covered the skull. I thought about that afterwards too, like, oh damn, I can't, and I couldn't fit the skull in there, but I do like that stuff, and seeing all the interpretations, like you're saying, it's like same thing with Batman or Spider-Man too. I like seeing everybody's like version of it, long ears, short ears.
Yeah. Oh,
or
definitely,
whatever.
yeah.
White eyes.
Yeah. Do you like long ears or short ears, Paul?
I like the shorter ears more.
Yeah.
Not
What about
quite
you,
like,
Jim?
like it's not full like Mazzucchelli exactly, kind of stuff like that, but I do like a shorter ear thing. I think long ears works for like certain people when he's like you lean into.
Yeah, like Kelly Jones killed it with long ears. Neil Adams
Yeah.
killed it with long ears.
Yeah, I think when you lean into the horror, especially, like the long ears really work. But for me, I like.
Yeah, I love the short just because.
Dude, is that Dave Johnson in the house?
I was gonna say I'm looking at the comments finally. Like original Drink and Draw Social Club. Is that Dave
Is that Dave?
Dan? Or is it Dan?
I don't know. Or is it Jeff?
Do I have a favorite color? Is that Dave?
That's a Dan question.
That's
a Dan question.
Mauve is my favorite color. I just like a lilac.
Oh, it's Dave. It's Dave.
Dave is sleeping. Daniel Goodwin.
Dave?
Or no, I'm sorry, Jonathan Lopez. Did I pick up the New Gods today? I did not. Did issue 1 come out today of the new Rom V? Because I heard the book is. I heard the book's awesome, and I know our boy Mike Huddleston did a variant cover.
Oh, Mike killed that cover.
I believe. Was it for issue 1, Sean? Do you know?
I don't know what issue it was, but it's a baller cover.
Mike, if you're watching live, chime in,
Who's
please.
drawing the interiors for that one?
Shit, I can't remember the name of the artist. It looks cool. It looks good.
I want to see it. I love New Gods. Yeah, I want to see that for sure.
Yeah, something.
You know what? I want to do a painted New Gods cover. That would be fucking awesome.
Oh damn.
There we go.
And then Sean, can you talk about the variant cover you're doing, or is it too?
I mean, I'll talk on it. I'm well right now I'm working on a Absolute Martian Manhunter cover.
That's the one
that I'm gonna paint. Yeah. and dude, I just, it's I think it's the first cover where I finally got that, like, like you look at like a Dave cover or Mike Del Mundo, and you're like, not only is it gorgeous, but it's so well thought out. Like, it's such a interesting concept or design.
Yes.
Like Mike Del Mundo does it with every cover. It's almost mind-boggling how he's able to do it every time. Well, I finally got a thumbnail that I was like, I did it. I got that. So I'm excited about this one. And then I have another cover I'm doing. It's another Absolute book, but I'm not going to say which one yet.
Right.
But it's a big one.
Top secret things.
That's the Absolute Martian Manhunter too. The design of it, like, and stuff like that, it looks so cool.
You've seen it, Paul? The book looks insane. Like,
I've seen like little bits of it, like just from them like promoting it or whatever. So I haven't like seen, but I just saw like they put up like the character design, the redesign of it and stuff like that, and it just looked like really interesting and cool.
It looks very interesting. The concept is that the Martian Manhunter, just like there's this cop, and there's this entire cosmic battle going on, but these aliens exist in his head. They're like, I don't know how to explain it other than that it's like a battle in his head, a cosmic battle in his head.
That sounds bananas in the best way.
Yes.
Yeah, so my cover kind of deals with that. It's definitely Dan. It's Dan here.
Yeah.
It's definitely Dan. Dan, you know who could definitely take you? And I've told you this so many times.
God. We're gonna start a whole thing here.
We do this in person. Me, Dan, and Paul do this in person.
I mean,
Paul.
it's not fair. I have like 20 years on Dan or something. So.
Yeah, you're also faster. You're quicker. You're smarter. There's a lot of things going on.
Dan, at this time, we'd like to extend an invite to you to join us on Inkpulp Live at some point, which you probably won't ever do because of the insults that are being thrown your way.
This is Dan and my love language. This is there's no hate here.
Okay. It's all love, baby. Paul, do you keep up to date on what's going on with comic stuff? Like, do you buy things currently, or?
I kind of fell off like buying the monthly stuff or anything that for a little bit now, but I try to just keep up to date, see what's happening and all that stuff, like all the Absolute stuff now and all that. See who's drawn Spider-Man and X-Men and all that stuff, and see what's going on. So I kind of do that stuff, but I mostly like buy like trades and stuff like that or other stuff, and like actually getting monthly books. I haven't done that in a while. I kind of fell off.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But I mean, I will go back though. Like, like I won't get it monthly, but I'll go back and get stuff. When it was like, oh, that was really cool, something like that too, and I'll go back and I'm like late to the party every time.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's hard to keep up with like everything.
Yeah, especially when you have a monthly book you're working on too.
Yeah, I mean that's what I saw. Yeah, so I'll like but I'll still try to keep up to date with what's happening and so yeah too. Especially like like at this point, so many of my friends and everybody's working on stuff too. So like, there's nothing else to see what they're doing. Like
Yeah, that's definitely a cool thing.
There's so much good shit happening right now in comics, like in indie and mainstream. And I mean, there's a lot going on. It's too much to keep up with, I think, at all times.
Well, do you have any good recommendations so I should pick up now or?
What have I been buying? I'm loving Chris Samnee's new Batman and Robin book he's doing at DC. It's beautifully drawn.
I haven't picked it up or anything, but I saw it.
Yeah, Mateo keeps singing the praises of what Chris is doing on that book too.
And I mean, it's getting tons of hype, but I love Daniel Warren's Transformers book. He was drawing it, and then our boy Jorge Corona started taking over art duties.
Too,
and he's incredible, dude. Jorge's amazing.
Yeah, Jorge's amazing. Absolutely.
I'm trying to think of what else on my, because I still enjoy going to the comic shop like once every 2 weeks and just kind of buying new things off the shelf. I like that feeling. It reminds me of like being a kid and still being excited about comics.
Yeah.
But you know, the downside of that is I now have floppy comics in stacks all over my
Of course.
studio, and so if you have a small living space, it's probably not a practical thing. But you know, I enjoy that quick hit you get when you go into a store and you actually kind of buy some stuff and bring it home and read it at night or
Yeah.
whatever. It's fun.
Definitely. I do miss that. I should really get back.
Jim, do your parallel pens ever get like runny, like where there's too much ink coming out of them?
Occasionally, did you put too much ink in the cartridge? It's an obvious question, but
I mean, I fill my cartridge like normal. I didn't know you could put too much ink.
Okay.
But do you not fill up your cartridge?
I don't fill it up to like the absolute brim.
Oh no, I don't do that. I don't do that. No.
I usually leave, some breathing room. But man, whenever I'm having issues with the ink not flowing right or it flowing too much, honestly, man, I will just take the pen apart, empty the ink out of the cartridge, and I'll just wash it, let it dry overnight, and I just do a reset on the pen.
That's what I did, and this is like my first time using it really since then. That's why I'm surprised.
Oh shit! Okay.
I don't know.
You're gonna have to perform a special operation.
I'm just gonna keep making marks with it and see if it works itself out. Sometimes it's just there's a lot of ink running and then it levels out.
Yeah, like it's weird, man. It's a kind of a moody tool. It's not as moody though as the most annoying pen of all time, which is the
Rapidograph. Nothing's like that.
Like I gave up on these a couple years ago. This was my last one, but
I haven't touched one in so long.
Yeah.
I do my panel borders with the parallel pen. I think those make the best panel borders.
Oh yeah.
But this calligraphy nib I really like a lot.
And Sean, can you open that up real quick? Are you using just the makeshift cartridge that you showed me? You sent me one of them. No, the actual.
Yeah. I'm using one of those refillable cartridges. Yeah, I'll show you.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's almost empty. That's when they get runny for me. Does that happen to you? When mine get empty, they get super runny. I should have known. That's what it was. Okay, now I get it. That does happen to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I just got to fill it back up.
Problem solved. Oh, Evan Cagle is the artist of the new God series.
I saw that. Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you, Jonathan.
That's our homie in New York who always brings us greenery at New York Comic Con.
Oh, we love you, dude.
Yes. Love Jonathan. He's also a dope cartoonist. He's very good, and he has his own book he's putting together.
Sean, can we announce that we are doing a special holiday show on
yeah. We need to announce that. Yeah.
Sunday, December 29th, guys. We're doing a Sunday show.
Yes.
Yes. Is that at?
It's a week from Sunday at 4:20, right? Is that what we decided?
4:20 Eastern time. Or wait, Eastern time or
what's best for you? I'll do whatever.
Shit, let's figure it out and then we'll announce it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But Sunday the 29th, a week from this Sunday, Jim and I will be doing our year-end Inkpulp Live recap.
Dude, that's crazy. The end of the year. What the hell?
I know. It's nuts.
Yeah.
All right, well, I did finish this one this week. I did finish The Punisher.
Paul, you got can you let everybody know your dude, that looks great.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Can you let everybody know your socials and where to find you online on the webs?
So it's I'm mostly on Instagram, I think. So it's just my name, so Paul at Paul Azaceta. And so I had two, but there, Twitter, and then I have a TikTok thing which I'm trying to do, but I'm not the best at social media in general, so I'm doing that.
Yes.
But so mostly Instagram, so that I'll post stuff. especially now that the book is announced and everything too. I'm gonna start posting more and more about that, and like maybe some behind the scenes stuff or sketching or what I'm working on, like page, newer pages I'm working on now, and so yeah, too. So now that I can kind of talk about it more publicly, because it was
Nice.
really crazy, like to have sitting on that many issues or anything, and just can't like really show anything yet because I hadn't announced it or anything. And then yeah, besides that, I have a big cartel, which
cool.
I'll put up
Nice.
but I put up some of my original art pages for whatever, and then like some commission options so that too, if anything. So yeah, so I have like a big cartel, and they're all just like, if you just search my name,
Perfect.
I'm just
I'm
going to
Big
put the
Cartel,
link
so
to
yeah,
Paul's
and
Big
Instagram
Cartel
stuff.
in the chat.
Oh,
Yes.
perfect, Jamie.
Please do. Thanks, Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie's on top of it.
That's why he gets paid the big dollars in podcasting,
The podcast and riches.
live streaming. Yeah.
We're raking it in here on the Inkpulp podcast.
Guys, don't forget to enjoy some murderous Santa.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
really
yeah.
dope cover. Right?
Murderous Santa in your life. And
Yeah,
look at that ad on the back cover, man. The spirit.
Oh,
Nice.
fucking
Sick.
awesome. So
Yeah.
cool.
8 big stories, 72 giant pages. This stuff is awesome, man. You can't beat and then all the old ads. Dude, the 6-foot Jack Davis Frankenstein.
Oh, dude. So good.
Ridiculous.
So good. That's so good.
Does anybody
There's
do
some-
this anymore? Like a magazine like that with that many stories and that?
I mean, they're relaunching heavy metal again,
I-
which
I-
is great. I hope it's awesome. Penthouse Comics is also back, and all of our homies have done covers for it.
Yeah.
But
And Metal Hurling's coming back too.
yeah, this is actually a really dope story in this.
Yeah.
This is
Dude, Creepy was awesome, man. There's some good comics.
yeah, 70s baby.
Yeah, I should go.
Anyway,
Look at some of those.
oh, Dustin Rogers with the super chat. Thank you so much, man.
Oh, thank you, Dustin.
Last one of the night. Thanks, brother. And guys, get them while they're hot. Get them while they're bootlegged, and bring them to Paul at a show. No, do not do that. I'm setting him up now for a horrible thing. Do not bring these to Paul at a convention near you.
Oh, dude, he'll kill me.
Oh my
It'd
God.
be so much fun at conventions now.
Dude, Paul, thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
so
Paul.
much for joining us, man. This was awesome.
Yeah, no problem. It's been
Yeah,
awesome.
thanks
I
for
had fun.
coming in. It's been a lot.
Stick
of
around, dude. We're gonna end it,
Yeah,
and then
We'll chat.
Yeah, but no,
Thank
thanks for
you
having
guys.
me. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Paul. And you guys, thank you all for all the awesome super chats tonight. That was great. Really appreciate
was awesome.
that. Yeah.
Everybody have an incredible Christmas and holiday, and then we'll see you guys on the 29th. Thank you, Jazzy Jamie.
Thank you guys for having me.
Hell yeah.
Good to go.
Peace.
Yes, sir.